Hello, YouTube. It is a NotRT podcast that stands for Nerds of the Round Table. We, again, aren't round. You want to know why? In order to be round, you need an infinite amount of people. We don't have an infinite amount of people. We have a couple of guys.
It's just
today,
three, actually.
Yeah, today we only have three people. We have me, the grand, masterful, wonderful, awesome, better than everyone else.
Hey.
Samuel. We have my good friend from California, to my left on Skype, Adam.
What's up? You know, we in Jamaica, man. You know, we get the sun, we get the stuff, we get the suntan. You know, it's California. You gotta love it here.
I thought you said it was just Jamaica.
Shut up. We got a bobsled team. We have a bobsled team. What do you got, huh?
Anime conventions.
Yeah, we have an anime convention coming up.
Damn. Okay, I'm gonna talk normal now because it's just better.
Yeah, that might be a good idea.
And the other person who we have yet to introduce, who has not been on a podcast, he's been asking me to be on for so long. It's my good friend Dylan.
What's up, everybody? Yeah, my first actual podcast since the one that failed between me and a different friend.
Seriously?
Yeah, me and Andrew. I think you know Andrew, Sam.
I
tried to
recorded
do
a
something
podcast
we
with
did
him.
One podcast, and then forgot about it completely.
Ouch. Well, this is
what the worst part of that is? I recorded a podcast with him a couple days later, and he still hasn't posted it. I've posted 3. It's been like 2 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah, for me, it's, this is my first half podcast. It's 1.5 technically,
It's 1.5 because we had a really fail podcast before this.
Mm-hmm. So let's get on to the subjects, shall we?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
By the way,
you go first.
My turn to talk. You don't talk.
I raise thy shield to talk on this table.
Shut up.
Our triangle's about to become two-sided.
No, actually, my side's going to become...
Knights of the Line. Nerds of the Line table.
Well, it's going to be Nerds of the Round, that's the slightly half-cut triangle, and then Nerds of the Communist other half-side triangle.
Let's not get on the subject of communists, because we know jazz.
Oh, that's true.
I think we all need to talk about jazz right now. And Adam is not aware of this. Adam has been away for a really long time, so I'm going to fill him in on this.
Go ahead.
Jazz is a good friend of ours. He's very into some sketchier ideas in America. He's into communism. He's into socialism. But a big thing he was into at one point was atheism. He was a very profound atheist. So
can I interrupt you right here? Right here? I just
yes.
Quick question on him. Is he into
Yes.
explosive Talibanism?
That's racist. He's Indian too. But he's British Indian. You can't do that.
Yep.
All right. I just had to make sure, It's good to get that out of the way for other viewers out there, or listeners technically.
Listener.
All right. Well,
Yeah,
hey, my mom.
Right, so
one person actually listens to us.
It's my mom.
To end all, yeah, your mom found me on YouTube, stalking me.
Ugh. What? Who'd want to stalk
What?
you?
His mom's hot. Okay. Alright, so to end all end-alls, I saw him in the middle of the year this year. I hadn't seen him all year. And basically I went up to him and I'm like, hey, what's changed? He goes, I'm Catholic.
Wow.
No. I am
Yeah.
actually to
So-
blame for this. I need to share my part of the story about this. I come from like a Russian family, so jazz regularly sort of talks politics with my parents, and by politics it means arguing communism. So the last time he was here, he borrowed the Gulag Archipelago, which is this horrible story about what happens in like Siberia when people are deported. Immediately afterwards, he turned Catholic. So it's my fault. I'm sorry, Sam.
I actually have to say that in his defense, he said, I don't want to die not believing in God. But I really don't think it's a proper way to believe in God out of fear.
Well, I mean, it's because, my parents did this, like, huge lecture about what communism did for them and why they had to escape, and I think that really sort of changed him. I don't know.
Well, also remember that he can believe in ideal communism, but the one that we come up with, it's just crap.
Yeah.
Can I say
No,
crap?
Yeah.
No, you can't say anything. You need to stop talking now.
Damn.
No, I think the idea is basically that communism as a theory definitely works. If you were to put it into play with like ants, I'm sure that somehow if you could train ants to think communistic, or for that matter, you could go the Simpsons route and have like little people become Lutherans and like develop a society on a tooth.
Well, yeah, like
I remember that. That was weird.
You can do like Plato's Utopia, basically, and just as long as everyone works the same and doesn't be corrupt, it works. It really is the better government.
Is, though, that you can never remove the human nature from the equation.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it comes down to, really. Human nature. That's why I don't think... I think that... This is my own personal belief. I really do think that eventually we are going to end up nuking everybody. And there's going to be a few people who do survive. There really are. And this could be the sci-fi talking, but I do think it's going to end up working out or becoming complete war. It's going to be one of the two extremes, because on one end you're going to have, if some of the survivors who meet are all socialistic in tendency and kind of believe in equality and stuff like that, it's going to turn out perfect. If one capitalist meets one communist, though, it's going to be complete and utter fucking war. Everything is going down to shithole.
My only question for this right here, right now, is basically like two questions. First of all, will the fat man still be available in this post-nuclear era? And can I please found Megaton, please?
No, we're not
but you're gonna have
Fallout.
But there is going to be Nuka-Cola. There's definitely going to be Nuka-Cola.
Oh, definitely, man. Gives you plus 12 Nuka-Cola Quantum,
Nerds.
plus 20 health, and plus 10 rads. Oh, and even speaking about Fallout, you guys hear of Fallout in Vegas?
I've got the article right here in my hands. I just got the new Game Informer today.
Oh,
Yeah, thank you, Dylan.
it looks
welcome.
amazing.
Yeah, it does.
Has anybody seen the trailer?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that is like...
I actually haven't, and I probably should.
There's a lot of trailers out there that really like get you fired up for a game. This is one of those ones though that's like got to be in my top 5, because like it starts out, it starts out like the old Fallout trailer, but it's more interesting. Because like it starts out kind of like, oh hey, you see a bottle cap, you zoom out a little bit, oh it's a bottle cap in a barren wasteland, it must be Fallout. You zoom out a little more, holy shit, it's Fallout, barren wasteland, but there's a giant goddamn Vegas city in the background.
Not to mention a giant robot burying a dead guy.
Yes.
Duh.
Is that Mr. House?
I forget.
What?
I think that might be Mr. House.
I have
And
no
remember,
idea.
the house always wins.
Oh dude, that's clever.
Yeah, no, really clever. So they came from a mile away. As soon as I heard that this guy's name was Mr. House, it's like, okay, the house always wins. What do you expect? He runs a casino. In fact, he runs New Vegas, basically.
I stopped thinking a long time ago, so you
that explains
you beat me
everything.
to the punch.
I just can't wait to see the strip. I'm just so revved. That's the one thing in the game. Just that one moment on seeing it in the game will make my life.
It's gonna be a completely redesigned strip, though. Like it's still gonna be the same buildings, but shit's gonna be built up. Mm-hmm. Oh, it'd be really awesome if like two sides of the streets were two opposing like war sides.
Oh, that would be pretty cool.
I don't think that's happening, at least not yet. From what I've read, that's not really the story.
Yeah, from what I know, it's basically you're a messenger, like you're a traveler. You don't start at birth. That was kind of...
Thank God.
Yeah,
I thought that was kind of stupid in the old one.
I like that.
And Liam Neeson in the old one.
Yeah, Liam Neeson.
I like how they incorporated him in the game, but I gotta tell you, he didn't do it for me. He just wasn't good enough. Or, well, it wasn't that he's good enough, because his voice is like kind of like that Nelson Mandela, Morgan Freeman voice, where like you like listening to it.
But he didn't have enough parts.
It didn't fit though.
Yeah, he was too well known, but you have to admit it was nice to have him in the game, but it just didn't do it. For the fact that he's just too well known, and it just didn't seem to fit really. Like, I'm kind of more revved for New Vegas for the fact that